Interest rates climb to just over 8% as of October 19th, recording this video. What is that going to do for the housing market? We're going to take a look at it next. Hey guys, as always, Justin DeCrosta here. And if you find any value out of this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel where you get our weekly information about our local New Haven and Hartford County real estate market, as well as some national stuff, which we'll cover today through this Inman article. Now, going to the mortgage rates hitting to 8%, what has been happening now in response to that number? We're going to look at this Inman article that I pulled up here, and we're going to look at the total housing inventory, what's been happening to it. As of the end of September, there was 1.3 million homes for sale. There's 2% down, up from 2% from August, but down 8% from a year ago. So down 8% this time last year. Available housing, that's not surprising. We talk about that every single week. What is the real main issue in the housing department? So as far as I'm concerned, it's a lack of housing, and obviously we've covered those topics ad nauseum here. Home sales have slowed to their slowest pace in more than a decade. So we have lower inventory, we have less homes selling. Even those things, here's the most interesting part. So we have interest rates now 8%, crazy number, at least in perspective of just what it was a couple of years ago, 3.5%, 3.25%. But home prices are up 3% higher than a year ago. So less homes are selling, mortgage rates to the moon, and prices for housing have gone up. Let's look at the median price point. Median price point at the end of September is $394,300, an increase from a year earlier. Like I said, 3%. Home sales in the Northeast, that's where we are, in case you didn't know, rose 4% in September. And so it's just crazy here. In the Northeast, we get a little bit localized there with that number. But overall, housing shortage, inventory low, interest rates high, prices are high. What does that do for you out as a buyer out there? Well, it's an interesting time to be in the market on the investing side, and if you're doing own purchase for yourself. Not much to choose from, and the interest rates continue to climb. So what is going to happen? I don't know. It's a big stalemate out there, and I can only predict that the mortgage rates possibly even going up farther than what we're seeing right now. So as a buyer out there, what are you doing? You're going to try to wait out the market, but the statistics aren't in your favor. As the years go by and interest rates go higher, you would think housing comes down because there's less sales happening, less homes available. You would be incorrect because the prices are rising, even here in the Northeast, 4%, particularly to us. So what if you continue to remain on the sidelines and home prices continually climb? It's a tough call to make. My suggestion would be is to find something that you can get into that is affordable for you. Real estate is still the best investment out there. And so if you can get into something that meets your requirements, at least for now, you can take advantage as home prices continue to rise over the following years, and then eventually get into that place that you love. So that's always my number one. Real estate is the best investment for you. Get into it while you can. Even if the interest rates are high, doesn't matter. Go forward, get into something that is affordable for you, and you can reap those rewards as some of these sellers are doing now with the high prices, regardless of what the interest rate is. Curious to see what your guys' opinion is. Please comment below. You think the mortgage rate is going to go even higher than 8%, as I do, or maybe they'll come back down and make homes a little bit more affordable. But remember, if that happens, I would strongly suggest that as we're seeing 4% increases in prices here in the Northeast, that if mortgage rates come down and it brings a lot more buyers into the market, home prices will even exceed that following this time next year. So maybe you get a lower rate, but your home prices are going to continue to rise. So we'll see what happens and keep our eye out there as we always do. And we will see you back here